special show, Cinema in COVID Times. I'm your host, Jyotika, and with me is my friend Rukma. Hello, Rukma. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Jyotika, and a warm hello to all our viewers as well.
Well, Rukma, how was year 2020?
Well, as you know, Jyotika, no sector was left untouched. Neither was the film industry that we're getting ready to talk about now. But most important were the many lessons we learned. Among them, the importance of the family, the importance of being together as we were all confined to our homes.
That's right, Rukma. In next half an hour, we'll take you through the journey of the cine industry, Bollywood, Hollywood, that has gone through the year 2020. So let's start. At the start of 2020, the future looked bright. Another year packed with cinematic treats from big blockbusters, Bond, Black Widow, Wonder Woman 1984, to other highly anticipated treats. Last night in Soho, In the Heights, Candyman. But in March, the world turned upside down. Lockdown began and cinemas shuttered for months on end. 2020 has been a tough year for so many people in so many ways. But despite everything, despite the film venue closures, despite the lack of communal viewing experiences, a slew of incredible films still managed to make their way into the world over the last 12 months.
Right, Jyotika, and well, viewers, the complete shake-up of the cinematic landscape brought on by the pandemic inevitably makes for a very different end-of-year list. But as you look through our selection of the top grossers, you'll still see a selection of must-watch movies that kept us engaged and entertained as the year went on. New voices made a major splash. We'll also be looking back at some great names who no longer walk among us. However, the top platforms came to the rescue, and Netflix and Amazon, among others, filled in the gaps. Welcome to our Cinema Year-Ender, Cinema in COVID Times.
2020 was the most unexpected and unprecedented year. It is hands down the only year we are so elated to say goodbye to. However, amidst the chaos, there was a silver lining that made 2020 easier to survive. This was the year when OTT platforms released some of the best content across the world. Ludo, A Suitable Boy, Dark, and many more thrilled audiences and helped us survive.
When COVID-19 shut down the box office, over-the-top or say OTT streaming platforms came to Bollywood's rescue. Since the lockdown came into effect, streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video and ZEE5 have been entertaining the audience with their original content. Not just web series, these platforms have also provided us with a few movies that are released exclusively on digital platforms. At the start of 2020, movie lovers were excited for the lineup of films which were slated to release in the year 2020. Unfortunately, they could only enjoy it till mid-March as due to the coronavirus lockdown, theatres were immediately shut. In those 3 months, only few films made it to big screens, while many filmmakers opted to release their movies on OTT platforms after the lockdown was announced. From January to mid-March 2020, fans got to watch a few films by leading Bollywood stars on the big screens. Movies namely Chapak, Tanaji the Unsung Warrior, Panga, Street Dancer, Jawani Janeman, Malang, Shikara, Love Aajkal, Bhoot Part 1, The Haunted Ship, Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdhan, Thappad, Baghi 3, Kamyab and Angrezi Medium. Gulabo Sitabo, originally meant for a theatrical release, this Ayushmann Khurrana and Amitabh Bachchan film started streaming on Amazon Prime Video since June. The Shujit Sarkar directorial was the first mainstream Bollywood film to opt for a digital release due to the coronavirus-induced lockdown. Dhoomketu. This Nawazuddin Siddiqui film is streaming on ZEE5. Here, Siddiqui plays an aspiring writer who wants to join the film industry, and Anurag Kashyap plays a corrupt cop. Dhoomketu also starred Ragini Khanna, Raghuveer Yadav and Rajendra Kala among others.
कितनी लड़कियां लापता थी?
Mrs. Serial Killer. This Sirish Kundar film starred Jacqueline Fernandez, Manoj Bajpayee and Mohit Raina in significant roles. The Netflix movie is a crime thriller where Fernandez's character is trying to save her husband from being implicated as a serial killer. Produced by Abhay Deol, What Are the Odds? Starred Deol, Yashaswini Dhyama, Karanveer Malhotra, Monica Dogra, Manu Rishi and Shulabha Arya. Directed by Megha Ramaswamy, this Netflix film is the story of two accidental friends who spend an entire day together.
I would want to hang out with a girl like me.
Not only year 2020, this trend seems to be continued in the year 2021 as well. Witnessing Ranveer Singh taking on the role of former Indian cricket captain Kapil Dev, 83 promises to be an exciting watch for sports fans around the globe. The film will take watchers on the Indian team's journey towards earning the World Cup back in 1983. Akshay Kumar is always a welcome sight on screen, and fans will get to enjoy his work soon in the fourth installment of the Rohit Shetty-directed pop universe Suryavanshi, starring Katrina Kaif as the female lead and bringing back Ajay Devgn and Ranveer Singh in cameos. Well, we also cannot forget Akshay Kumar's Lakshmi, which released on the OTT platforms as a big hit. Christopher Nolan brought us another masterpiece in 2020 with Tenet, and you can now catch this one on the big screen too. In case you missed it, Tenet has already hit theatres across the world. The successor to Murder on the Orient Express, this film from the Hercule Poirot series comes with an ensemble cast that includes Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Letitia Wright, Russell Brand, Emma Mackey and Ali Fazal, while the film has dodged an OTT release. A remake of the 1995 comedy by the same name, Coolie Number 1, starring Varun Dhawan and Sara Ali Khan, has been one of 2020's most looked forward to releases. The film released near Christmas in 2020. Wonder Woman 1984, the sequel to Wonder Woman, is all set for a Christmas release. Fans who were yearning to catch Gal Gadot and Chris Pine in cinemas will definitely want to save the date for this action-packed flick.
And everything will be different. Yeah, well, everyone tries at least once.
No Time to Die is bound to be a bit of a mixed bag of fans. The good news, the action movie will hit theatres this year, giving fans a chance to enjoy the Bond experience on the big screen. However, No Time to Die will also mark Daniel Craig's last 007 project. Apart from these, many more will join the list to be released on OTT, platforms and cinema halls.
And while the world was confined to their homes, Bollywood movers and shakers stayed in touch, not only through OTT releases but in more intimate ways. While some shared recipes, others shared fitness tips, while still others reiterated COVID precautions.
Lockdown laid down to curb the coronavirus infection taught many new things to all. People came closer through digital mediums and understood the importance of relationships in one's lives. Well, Bollywood was also totally changed. Many Bollywood stars helped their fans to stay fit. When gyms were shut, Bollywood stars shared ways to stay physically and mentally healthy during the lockdown.
सुन रही हो, वो मेरा काला चश्मा कहाँ है? डार्क ग्लासेस मिल नहीं रहा है।
शहंशाह बुलाते रहेंगे और मैडम बादशाह सुनती रहेंगी। मैं ही ढूंढता हूँ। तुम कहाँ गया इनका काला चश्मा?
पागल हो गया पाजी, सोना होना मैं।
ओ वीरे अंकल का काला चश्मा गुम गया। उठ जरा।
ते पिन्ने मंदलेवन। इन्हें कुछ भी शल्य हो इल्ले रंडे रही। എന്ത് ക്ലാസ് വേണം? ഇതാ.
Many turned out to be chefs like Katrina Kaif, Sonam Kapoor, Kriti Sanon, Deepika Padukone, but Diljit Dosanjh won the race.
Okay, guys, ये देखो कितना अच्छा लग रहा है. Where is my spoon?
Many cinestars tried their hand in singing as well and made some good songs spreading awareness. Actors and music artists also came up with songs and anthems in multiple languages apart from holding digital concerts to keep people's spirits high. None other than Amitabh Bachchan became part of one such initiative. The song titled Guzar Jayega, sung by 50 singers, was released in the month of May. While the track is 7 minutes long, one of the highlights is that a huge part of it is a narration by Big B.
बाजार खाली सड़कें सूनी मोहल्ले वीरान हैं खौफ बरपा है.
Well, awareness continued after the lockdown period as well. Celebrities showcasing how people need to follow the COVID protocols and continue with their lives.
We lost a lot of big names in 2020, from Irfan Khan, Sushant Singh Rajput to Saroj Khan and Rishi Kapoor. Of course, it was a hard year for all people across the nation and globe, with deaths due to COVID-19. We wish we could share all the names and faces for celebrities and non-famous people alike who are no longer with us. For now, as the year wraps up and 2021 approaches, we thought we would take a look back at some of the celebrity deaths.
With the stretch of unfortunate events kicking off in 2020, the year has been cruel to the entire world, especially Bollywood. The entertainment industry has lost some of the noted celebrities, and the absence of these stars has created a void that can never be filled. Legendary Bengali actor Soumitra Chatterjee breathed his last on November 15th at a hospital in Kolkata, aged 85. The actor passed away at Bellevue Hospital, where he was admitted for the last 40 days after testing positive for coronavirus. Legendary playback singer S.P. Balasubramaniam breathed his last on September 25th in Chennai. He was 74. The 6-time National Award-winning singer was not keeping well since August 5, and his health condition further deteriorated on September the 24th. He was laid to rest with full state honours on September 26th. Balasubramaniam, fondly called as SPB, was known for his prowess of singing in 16 Indian languages. Filmmaker Rajat Mukherjee, best known for directing Manoj Bajpayee's starrer Road and romantic thriller Pyar Tune Kya Kiya, passed away due to kidney ailments in the wee hours of June 19. He was in his late 50s. The news of his demise was shared by actor Manoj Bajpayee. Veteran Hindi film comedian Jagdeep, who enthralled millions of Indians through his inimitable portrayal of a variety of characters in his eventful career spanning over decades, passed away on July 9th. He was 81. 3-time National Award winner, veteran Bollywood choreographer Saroj Khan passed away due to cardiac arrest on July 3rd. She was 71. It is difficult for Sushant Singh Rajput's fans and admirers to come in terms with his death. On June 14th, the actor was found dead at his Bandra apartment. He was 34. The actor had become a household name with the television show Pavitra Rishta before entering Bollywood. His performance as Manav Deshmukh had touched millions of hearts. Sushant then made his debut on the big screen in 2013 with the film Kai Po Che. Legendary director Basu Chatterjee passed away at the age of 90 in Mumbai on June 4th due to age-related ailments. The news of Chatterjee's demise was shared by Indian Film and TV Directors Association President Ashok Pandit on social media. Ace Bollywood actor Rishi Kapoor passed away in Mumbai at the age of 67 on April 30th. following a 2-year-long battle with leukemia. The actor returned to India in September 2019 after reportedly undergoing treatment in the US for almost a year. In February 2020, Rishi Kapoor was hospitalized twice due to his health issues. A third-generation actor, Rishi Kapoor was the second son of actor Raj Kapoor and grandson of Prithviraj Kapoor. He began his career as a child artist in Mera Naam Joker, for which he received a national award.
The whole of life becomes an act of letting go. But what always hurts the most is not taking a moment to say goodbye.
Legendary actor Irfan Khan breathed his last on April 29th in Mumbai. The actor had been unwell for a long time, and a week before his demise, he was admitted to Kokilaben Hospital after being diagnosed with colon infection. He had been diagnosed with a neuroendocrine tumor in 2018 and had lost his mother in Jaipur just 3 days before his death. Irfan was known for his extraordinary acting skills and was also dubbed as India's face in the West. Actress Kumkum, who worked in around 115 films, passed away in July 28th at her residence in Mumbai. She was 86. Director-actor Nishikant Kamath passed away in Hyderabad hospital on August 17th following liver complications. The 50-year-old filmmaker was undergoing treatment after being diagnosed with a chronic liver disease. On July 31st, he was admitted to AIG hospitals with jaundice and abdominal dissentation. Kamath is known for directing Bollywood films like the Ajay Devgan Tabu starrer Drishyam and Irfan Khan starrer Madari. Veteran Marathi film and theatre actress Ashalata Babgaonkar passed away on September 22nd. The actor breathed her last in Satara while undergoing treatment. A week ago, she had contracted COVID-19 during the shooting of a new mythological show. Known for his powerful roles and deep voice, noted Marathi and Hindi film actor Ravi Patwardhan passed away on December 6th. He suffered a cardiac arrest. He was 84 years old. He has acted in 150 plays and more than 200 films. One of Indian film's true stars, Bhanu Athaiya, passed away at age 91. She had been unwell for many years and became bedridden for the last 3. The deeply private Athaiya is best known for being the first Indian to have won an Oscar costume designer in Richard Attenborough's Gandhi in 1983.
As it turns out, 2020 was not a total disaster after all. Growing through the cracks, flourishing in their own way, movies have been as green and verdant and resilient as ever. Some helped us get through the lockdown. Others shone a spotlight on injustice in the world. Many delivered pure spills and thrills, or scared our socks clean off. We take a look at all the top grossers in Hollywood in 2020.
The year 2020 was greatly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and numerous films originally scheduled for theatrical release in 2020 were postponed to 2021 or later in the year, or were released on video on demand or on streaming services throughout 2020 as a result. We made a selection of the highest grossing films, even though box office returns were lower than usual than previous years, and there was a reduced selection of contenders. At number 1, The 800, surprised? For the first time, a Chinese film becomes the first ever non-Hollywood film production to become the highest grossing film of the year. After being re-released in China, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone surpassed the $1 billion mark, becoming the second billion-dollar film from the Wizarding World franchise, and is the 47th highest grossing film of all time. Because of the smaller impact of the pandemic on Asian film markets, 5 of the 10 highest grossing films of the year are non-Hollywood, Chinese and Japanese productions, which is the first time in history, as the rankings were previously always dominated by North American productions.
This really blows my bridge discovery out of the water.
Detective Pikachu's record for the highest opening weekend for a film based on a video game, with $70 million domestic gross in the United States and Canada. It went on to become the highest grossing film based on a video game in the United States and Canada, surpassing Detective Pikachu, although it did not beat it in the worldwide box office. Demon Slayer. Mugen Train, a Japanese anime film based on the manga series Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, broke a number of box office records in Asia. At the Japanese box office, it set the first day opening record.
For film festivals, all was chaos. Some said the show would go on, or at least some of the show. Others pivoted to a virtual experience, or postponed, or waited and watched, or cancelled altogether. Some were open only to industry members, while others offered free and paid programming for the general public. Some were restricted only to residents of specific countries. Here's how film festivals coped with the times.
The nominees for Best Original.
The 77th Golden Globe honored the best film in American television of 2019 as chosen by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, produced by Dick Clark Productions and the HFPA. The ceremony was broadcast live on January 5, 2020 from the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California.
Divorce, Mom. You can't be friends with him anymore.
Marriage Story earned a leading 6 nominations.
Is it shorter? I prefer it longer, but...
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood won the most awards for the ceremony with 3, including Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. "1917, Joker and Rocketman won 2 awards each.
Your community is thinking of you tonight.
The 22nd Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards, honoring the best achievements in film and television performances for the year 2019, were presented on January 19, 2020 at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. Robert De Niro was announced as the 2019 SAG Life Achievement Award recipient on November 12, 2019. Parasite made history by becoming the first foreign language film to win Outstanding Performance by a cast in a motion picture. The 73rd British Academy Awards were held on the 2nd of February 2020 at the Royal Albert Hall in London, honouring the best national and foreign films of 2019. Presented by the British Academy for Film and Television Arts, accolades were handed out for the best feature-length film and documentaries of any nationality that were screened at British cinemas in 2019. The psychological thriller Joker received the most nominations in 11 categories.
For Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
The Irishman and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood followed with 10 each.
Oscar goes to
the 92nd Academy Awards ceremony, presented by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, honored films released in 2019 and took place on February 9, 2020 at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood, Los Angeles. Awards in 24 categories were presented. Parasite won 4 awards, including Best Picture, the first non-English language film to win that award. Another festival that managed to scrape through was the 70th Annual Berlin International Film Festival, which took place from 20th February to 1st March 2020. It was the first under the leadership of the new Berlin Film Festival heads, Business Administration Director Mariette Rissenbeek and Artistic Director Carlo Chatrian. The 73rd Annual Cannes Film Festival was scheduled to take place from the 12th to the 23rd of May 2020. On the 13th of January 2020, Spike Lee was named as the president of the jury. However, due to COVID-19 pandemic in France, festival management announced on the 14th of April that the festival could not be held in its original form, with alternative means of observing the festival being explored. In September, organizers announced that a limited outdoor festival featuring screenings of 4 official film selections and the short film competition would take place on the Croisette from the 27th to the 29th of October. The 77th Annual Venice International Film Festival was held from the 2nd to the 12th of September 2020, albeit in a more restrained format due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Australian actress Kate Blanchett was appointed as the president of the jury.
This year, we've sadly said goodbye to many notable celebrities. In January, we lost NBA star Kobe Bryant in a helicopter crash alongside 8 other people, including his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. We paid heartfelt tribute to iconic Sean Connery and many, many others. Watch on as we pay our respects to the stars who passed away in the year gone by.
Saying goodbye is never easy, especially when it comes to icons and stars fans have grown to love. Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash on January 26 in Calabasas, California, alongside his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others. He was 41. Sean Connery, the quintessential James Bond, the Scotland actor, was the first star to play James Bond and became one of the franchise's most iconic stars. The Oscar winner died in his sleep in the Bahamas, according to the BBC, and had reportedly been unwell for some time. Anne Ryan King, the Tony-winning actress, singer, dancer and choreographer, died on December 12 at 71. Beloved for his skills as a triple treat on stage and screen, Ryan King was perhaps best known for her personal and professional association with director-choreographer Bob Fosse. Disney legend Marge Champion at the age of 101, renowned dancer, actress and character model for animated classics Pinocchio and Fantasia. Her subsequent career saw her acting in small roles, and she later won the Emmy for choreographing the 1975 television film Queen of the Stardust Ballroom. Charlie Pride, the trailblazing performer considered country music's first black superstar, died on December 12 of complications from COVID-19. He was 86. Known for his rich baritone voice, Pride was one of the most successful country musicians of all time and the first black artist to be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Actress Natalie Desselle Reid died on December 7th after a private battle with colon cancer. She was 53 years old. Rhonda Fleming, a classic film star, once known as the Queen of Technicolor, died on October 14 due to complications from aspiration pneumonia. She was 97. Fleming was beloved by audiences for her performances in Technicolor movies, most notably 1949's A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court opposite Bing Crosby. Let's Stay Together actor Burt Belasco died at 38. The BET star was found dead in his hotel room in Virginia, where he was quarantining in preparation for an upcoming movie role. Conchata Ferrell, the character actress known for her role as a witty housekeeper, Berta, in 2.5 Men on October 12 of complications from a cardiac arrest after several months in poor health. She was 77. The Japanese actress Yuka Takeuchi, who helped break barriers as the lead in HBO's female-led Sherlock Holmes adaptation Miss Sherlock on September 20th from an apparent suicide. She was 40. Actress Margaret Nolan, who appeared on screen alongside James Bond and the Beatles, died of cancer on October 5. She was 76. The English performer was best known for playing Bond's Macias, Dink in Goldfinger, and for appearing as the gold-plated model in the 1964 film's title sequence. She also appeared in the Beatles' musical comedy film A Hard Day's Night.
Well, 2020 has been the sort of year that nightmares are made of. Movies ceased to be released starting in mid-March, and that meant there was no reason for theatres to remain open. And while there has been some variability in the last few months, for the most part, all the big movies that we were looking forward to have been delayed to 2021.
Of course, Rukma, We are all quite excited for 2021, but it's obvious we are not going to go from complete closure to packed theatres. While different parts of the country and the world are clearly handling things differently, we can be sure that social distancing will be in effect. Right now, we say goodbye to 2020 with all its bittersweet memories and hard lessons that we learned. From all of us here, it's a goodbye, season's greetings, and good luck for the year ahead. Happy New Year.